In this video, we are going to answer the question, should I use a thesaurus to learn vocab? Now, it's a good question because you can learn a GRE word, and then, hey, let's go to the thesaurus and look up synonyms for that GRE word. And suddenly, you've learned 10 words that all mean the same thing. But that's the problem. Those words don't necessarily mean the exact same thing. Oftentimes, the thesaurus lumps words together. So they're vaguely related, but the problem is the GRE could write a text completion in which two answer choices, which the thesaurus says are synonyms, actually can't both be the correct answer. One of them works, one of them doesn't. And so you have the sentence, you look down, two words look to be the same, but only one of them really works. And what you do want to understand are the subtle differences between the words. I give an example here of prosaic and hackneyed because in my thesaurus, many thesauruses, or thesauri, these two words would be grouped together. Oh, prosaic means hackneyed. Hackneyed means mundane, means quotidian, and you just lump all these words there. But you ignore the subtle differences. Prosaic means something that is just dull, lacking in imagination, sort of this commonplace thing. Hackneyed, on the other hand, is more negative. It describes someone's creative output, and it's saying that person's really unoriginal. They just come up with trite ideas. So it's a little bit stronger. And so there is actually a text completion in the GRE official guide in which prosaic is the answer, but hackneyed isn't. And so this is just one example, but again, you want to be careful because you don't want to be tripped up test day. So what should you do? Well, you should be careful always to note any important differences on your own. And where can you find that out? A dictionary, of course. So we run to the thesaurus, but if you're going to rely on a thesaurus, and I would encourage you only to do so once your vocab is already pretty big and you just want to kind of look up a word and see if there are any synonyms you don't know. But even then, always look up these words to see if there are any important differences. So you'll know lots of vocab words. You'll come up with synonym clusters, as you remember from the other video. It's simply saying, think of a word like belligerent and think how many words can you think of, GRE's vocab words, that are similar. Belligerent, truculent, contentious, disputatious. But then when you start coming up with these synonym clusters, always be careful. Go back to the dictionary, look at the definitions of the words and see, hey, are there any subtle differences? If not, then fine, you can lump them together. But if there are, make note of those differences. And again, as far as the question goes, how should I use a thesaurus? The answer is, well, use it sparingly and use it carefully.